Good night. Welcome once again. Welcome to the Sports FRENZZYY podcast. I'm your host, about me tonight. I have Kems. Now we're here tonight to discuss some EPL football, some that took place earlier on today, and some that will take place tomorrow and Thursday. So first up, we're going to start with the one that we were talking about backstage, Norwich and Newcastle. And boy, Newcastle went down to 10 men from around the 9th minute of the game. A last man tackle, player gets sent off. Norwich never applied much pressure. Second half came, Newcastle ended up getting a penalty. Callum Wilson, who, as you stated more than once, games that is the man for Newcastle. Not now Saint Maximum or whatever I want name. So he converted that later on. Norwich find the equalizer. But again, I pointed it out last night, and since Dean Smith has taken over Norwich, it seems like they possess the ball more. It seems like it's what they're all about, right? Yes, as we keep on saying, it might be a small sample size and all of that, but you have to speak on what it is. And they seem like a more attacking team. They seem more like a unit versus what they were under Daniel Farker. No, you say you're disappointed that Norwich never got the W. So go ahead.
Um, yeah, I'm definitely disappointed that Norwich didn't get the win. Because I'd say based off of form, both these teams going into the game, I would have give Norwich the upper hand. Based off of form, right? And then I'm saying, all right, then Newcastle obviously is dead last in the league right now, so I'm saying, all right, then Norwich can get something out of this game, right? So let's say both teams are even. So you're going into the game with a draw. All right, then in the 9th minute, the fortunes change now. See, in the 9th minute, the fortunes change. Newcastle get a red card. So this is Christmas come early for Norwich. So Norwich supposed to know, take charge, press gas. But it looked like it was breaks for Norwich. It looked like at times it looked like Norwich was a team playing with 10 men and not Newcastle. Normally the things about Newcastle would have just sit back, not even try to anything, just try to see out the game. But I guess, with this coach that them have, whenever on the counter or whatever them can try and see if they can get a chance and they end up, getting a penalty, and the game, ended 1-1. But, depending on Norwich, I remember yesterday we were talking about it, with a different game, and I'm saying that, I know Norwich not going to go in the locker room and say, well, guys, we'll get 16 shots off of them goal, we'll pressure them. We had 69%, we'll pressure them. No, Norwich is looking at this like, man, we should definitely have this game, and Newcastle is looking like, man, we're glad for the point. So, I guess, if we look at it in the grand scheme of things, I guess a point is what's deserved between two teams.
Okay. I say Evan Smith, big up yourself, bro. Welcome to the chat. Also, this Shem Jacko, welcome. Good night. See Latoya, welcome as well. Also, see Christoph, welcome, boss. Kaden Farbs, welcome, and also Owen Adlam. As you mentioned, these are two teams that they should be able to try to find a way to grind out results, right? Because when they're in relegation scrap, these are like what people refer to as 6 pointers. So whomever would have won this game today would have put themselves in a good position. For instance, Newcastle would have went what 19th. They would have been at the same amount of points as Norwich. However, they would be ahead based on the goal difference. Burnley at one point was in last place based on how these teams were playing. But leave it
Mm-hmm.
to think that did these teams waited too long to make a change in the league? Like you notice with Norwich, they're not. Some things are just a given. For instance, you look at how Daniel Farkas coaching the team. You would have realized from a long way out that hey, he won't be able to turn them around. Just like Aston Villa realized that Dean Smith wouldn't be able to turn them around. So at times you probably think that these teams take too long to make the decision to actually cut their coach. And probably it's
Yeah.
because of loyalty and because of what the coach has done in the past. But as we always say, they're in a result business, especially
Mm-hmm.
down at the foot of the table. So,
Yep.
what do you think about that?
Um, what I say about it is like, I believe with Norwich, I think Norwich didn't really want to fight. I think Norwich see that there was a problem, but Norwich assess it and say, remember I tell you, Norwich had the hardest schedule to start the Premier League. Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, Leicester, all of them teams, right? So they had the hardest schedule to start the season, but I think they wanted to wait until the international break so that they could integrate a coach so the coach could have at least a little bit of time with the players before the next game. So I think that's why Norwich waited, but it's definitely a results business, and I saw it from probably game number 10. And for me it wasn't even about the results really, but it was about the style of play, how they were playing, the substitutions, the quality that he had on the bench and wasn't willing to start those players. It looked like he wanted Norwich to get relegated. So that's my issue. Where Newcastle is concerned, most definitely, with some of the pieces that they have, the Callum Wilsons of the world, the Jandra Shelby, I believe that they probably should have made the change for Eddie Howe longer, play some more attractive football, some more attacking football, try and get some more goals. They have a lot of players on the team that are very expressive. So go ahead and get those players to express themselves, on the pitch. So right now, it's still bunched up because Norwich is on 10 points.
Hmm.
They're right behind Watford and Southampton right now. I think Watford on 13 and Southampton on 14. So it's really tight down there in that relegation battle. So both teams probably looking at it and be like, man, we needed these 3 points, especially Norwich because they had the upper hand. But hey, this like a Christmas schedule is going to this is where characters are built.
Facts. Um, Welcome, Michelle. See Alex, Brian, Dale, Francis, and Rabich. Big up on yourself. Yeah, man,
All
Rabich.
right,
We know say
Rob.
Calabar against TGC 7-1.
All right, hold on. All right, so let me address this. Let me address this Calabar Georges thing, right? So a lot of persons don't know. I keep on telling persons that if you look on the average age of STGC team is like 14, 15. These are like course players playing Manning Cup, But obviously, it would have looked away for our boy school like Georges don't enter Manning Cup. You see me? So, I'm looking at this season as a wash. Is 7-1 embarrassing? Of course. Is 6-0 embarrassing? Of course. But at the end of the day, we have to put things in its proper context and just know that, you know, I don't know why Shanila is laughing. But we're going to put things in its proper context and just know that STGC is indeed a powerhouse in the Manning Cup, and we will get the big guns back together, and probably the same team, with one more year of experience, with one full year to train under the great Neverbill. These guys will be back, guns blazing.
And here is Michelle saying that STGC is in building mode, young, inexperienced. Bertis said this before the season started.
He did.
And guess what, though, Kims? People are overreacting in a sense because number one, I know a lot of pundit has Calabar as a favorite to win Manning Cup this year. That is one. Two, JC
Mm,
will beat Judges as well. They have JC up there as well because if memory serve me right, I believe both these teams, Calabar and JC, has quite a few players that plays for Cavaliers in the Premier League. They have played for
mm.
them before. So when I look at some of these players, they're like up here, while the Judges players are down here. It's like chocolate cheese when you look at them, but boy,
Yep.
they're still gonna beat you though.
Yeah, man, obviously, for sure, Jags has been, on top for a very long time. So, when the giant fall, everybody like when the giant fall. So, it's all right, but I don't want persons to just run loosely, without knowing the full context or without knowing the full information, just in the name of trolling.
Yeah, Shanila said that team is young, so it's okay. If it was the other way around, you wouldn't done it.
All right, Shanita, let me tell you, when it comes on to when we are reason seriously, then obviously, if the team is young, 14-year-old starting, 15-year-old, going up against, these some of these big experiences, as Levon said, Premier League, come on, man. The same
Champion.
Demo, the same reason why you tell me say Memphis are gonna win the NBA championship, the same reason why you tell me say Jamorant are gonna be the MVP. You know, these things are just impossible, but you know, we're just loyal to a particular system, so that's how we work. All right, boss.
All right. So we look forward to the next game that took place today. Also, where we saw rather, Leeds getting a 1-0 victory over Crystal Palace. And it was the man that has been the man for Leeds all season long who got a penalty and he converted the penalty in Rafinha. No, I was talking about Crystal Palace a little bit, and I'm saying that two losses on the trot, plus they have drawn a lot of games that they should have won. Things started off badly for Patrick Vieira. He got the international break. Things picked up, getting back all these players. But boy, something just seems amiss with this team, and even his team selection could be called into questioning because there's no way you're going to tell me that you can have Michael Olisa, you can have Eberki Eze, and all those guys, and you're still starting Jordan Ayew. You look at their midfield, you have Will Hughes who can create chances here, and you're telling me that you're going to start Jeffrey Schlupp over that man. Come on, man. So things started off good. No, I mean things started off bad, then he picked it up a little. No, things seem to be going bad. What has gone amiss again, Kems?
Well, you know, these are what happen with average teams. You know, average teams are just up and down. You know, I think no, you know, is the time where, you know, Crystal Palace they had, you know, they had their time where, you know, where they were playing extremely well and they should have won games that they end up, you know, drawing. You know, so now it's just their time to, you know, start taking, you know, some L's. But I believe the approach to this game, you know, was wrong. You know, they approached the game like they were playing against a Liverpool or a Manchester City, where they just wanted to sit back and, you know, allow, you know, this Leeds team is not a confident team based on how they have been playing all season. This Leeds team lack confidence. So, you know, you as Patrick Vieira just losing a game, you know, this is the team, you know, this Leeds team can defend. So this is the team that I want to run at. I want to send all my big guns. You know, I'm surprised that he had Benteke on the bench. You know, even though Benteke been on form, Benteke been playing well. You know, so I would want all my big guns out there, you know, to try and see if we can, you know, get an early lead and then, you know, so Leeds have to chase the game after that. So then, you know, they'll leave some space behind, you know, so you can probably get two or three. But, you know, they approached the game weird. You know, I thought it was weird. And then, you know, it ended up biting them in the, you know, in the behind because I always say when you're playing football, you cannot play not to lose. Like you can't play the way they. When you play not to lose, 90% of the times you're going to lose. You know, them just are playing not to lose. So you know, that's what happened. That's a good win for Leeds. That is the win that Norwich needed. You know, Norwich needed the win when Leeds get. You know, just grind out the result. Just grind out the result, and I think that's exactly what Leeds did.
Okay, I agree with you because I said it to you, you know, that the approach was just wrong from Crystal Palace. All over it was wrong. There's no way you're going to play against a team that plays open up and you're going to sit back. That's just cardinal sin. And for that sole reason, they deserve to lose.
Yep.
Where they go from here, boy, that's a tough one because we're talking about they're saying that they're running. It's tough from here on in because last time out, they should have probably gotten a result. Then come this game, you'd have looked at it and said, hey, Crystal Palace has been playing better than Leeds, so you probably thought they would have gotten a result here. They didn't. So it's looking bad for them from that angle. But now we're going to move forward and look at Southampton against Leicester tomorrow. Now, this Leicester team is a team that we can refer to them as a yo-yo. This match, they're good. Next match, they're awful. And what I've realized is that last season, they were one of the better teams away from home. Is the reverse this season where, boy, when they go on the road, they haven't been good at all. But Madison has been playing well since we call him out. Vardy also
Mm-hmm.
scoring, and also Ken's favorite player, Ademola, playing decent as well. Um, Southampton on the other hand, Livermore has been the standout player for them this season. He has looked good in that on that right hand side for them of the defense. But they are another team that They're good this game. Next game they're awful. So how you see this one going? Drawing the cards, I think Leicester has more quality to prevail.
All right, this is a big game. This is a big game for Southampton. Right, this is a big game for Southampton because when they prips over their shoulder, they see a bunch of teams that are right behind them. Just want to take that place. That comfortable spot. So this is a big game for them, but it's also a big game for Leicester City as well. Especially Leicester City got a good result against Watford. So, I believe that they want to go ahead and, add to this result. I think that Leicester will win. Southampton is no good. Southampton play with a lot of heart and a lot of fight, but you know, man for man, quality for quality, Leicester is the better team. And I'm going with Leicester for this one. I'm going with Leicester City 2-1.
Okay. Ryan, what say you?
There's a saying in sports or in life, if you can't beat them, join them. And two of the Southampton players run gone over Leicester after them pick up a 9-0 a couple of years ago. Um, so they are not getting any games for Leicester right now, but they're over there. And I think as it is right now, Leicester would be in a better position to defeat Southampton. Leicester, I don't know, I won't say that they are back in form or anything like that, but they have gotten a good win that they need, even though the weather helped them to some extent. Southampton now they are very iffy. Southampton normally starts well and go in relegation form come January, February there. Now they are in relegation form, so let us see if they can pick up from that, which is going to be hard. They are not even playing their pressing game and nothing like that they are they normally start off by playing. So they are in a precarious position right now, and I think it is Leicester is in a prime situation to take advantage of them. So I say a 3-0 Leicester win on the cards.
Okay. Yes, Owen Green saying that when the Man United man named James looking at home, man. I think James will respond to that and said, "This is where it belongs. This is James' level. Leeds is his level." So nothing much there to talk about. But
How many matches we discussed already?
basically one, and this is the first game we're discussing. Otherwise, from the two that took place earlier on today.
Oh, okay. All right.
The thing with Owen, the thing is, what you have to understand is that obviously, as Devon said, that's his level. When he's playing for Leeds, he's expected to play at that level. Manchester United, as bad as Manchester United has been, you still have to raise the level. If you want to, if you don't raise the level, then you're going to be looked at as a boss and kick you out of town. That's what we do to James, and that's what we're going to do to Anthony Marshall as well.
All right, next up, we'll see Wolves taking on Burnley. Burnley desperately need a win. They have only gotten one this season so far, so they're desperately in need of that. And I think the last two times they have played against Wolves, they have beaten Wolves by a 4-0 scoreline margin. I stand corrected, but I think that's what happened the last two times they played. Wolves, on the other hand, they have been one of those up and down teams as well. Last time out they played against Leeds, and you thought that they would have gotten a better result. Never happened. Now this time around, Ryan, what do you think will happen in this one?
Well, I saw something a while ago that Burnley is in better form. Burnley in 18th is in better form than Brighton in 9th. They have got more points since the last 2 months than Brighton, who is in 9th. So
Oh.
that's a weird situation right there. But Burnley, they are not getting the wins. They need to get some W's. They are not getting those. They are getting goals and all of that and playing better football than the start of the season, but they are not getting the wins and they need to start to get some wins. Wolves, they recently went into the top 6 of the table. They went to pay a visit and come right back out. So I don't think they will go back there this weekend, even if they can. So I'm going with a draw again. A draw is better for Wolves than it is for Burnley,
Yeah, true.
and I think it will be a 1-1 draw.
All right. Kems, what say you?
So Wolves are currently on a 3-game win streak at home. But their last 8 home games, they have won by a 1 goal margin. And I don't expect this to be any different. I expect it to be a very physical game. I expect it to be a lot of cards in this game, and I believe that the team that avoid getting the red card will win this game. So that means if both teams avoid getting red card, it will be a draw, right? But I'm going to pick Wolves for this game, because I think Wolves were disappointed by their last result. Obviously, I think Wolves. This is their one of their this. I think they said it equal their best start to the season after 13 games with 20 points. So I definitely think that you know they definitely get this win. So Wolves 1, Burnley 0.
Okay, and here Chanel is saying that don't say Leicester keeping a clean sheet. I agree. I don't think Leicester is able to keep a clean sheet nowadays. Here's Rabbit saying that Wolves will win. One will score. I wouldn't mind because he's in my fantasy team, so I need him to score. But next up, we'll see Ryan team. That's Chelsea taking on Watford. Watford, a team that I expect to go down to the championship. I don't subscribe to what Kim says that this coach will actually keep them up. I don't see it happening. I hope that he proved me wrong, but at this point in time, I see them going down, and I think Chelsea is going to batter Watford come tomorrow. Ryan, what you say?
Um, Tinkerman, the former Chelsea coach, is going to try and mastermind a Chelsea defeat or a draw. He is definitely going to try and not lose this game because, as I said, he is a former Chelsea coach and he came second when Chelsea was not expected to win. He came second in Invincible season and he was chased out of town for Mourinho. So I still feel him have little feelings where that is concerned. When he was at Leicester, he normally did the business against Chelsea. I think more times than not, if I'm not mistaken. So he was the one who got Mourinho fired, no sir? Yeah, he got Mourinho fired that season, yeah, as well. So he got one back on Mourinho who took his job. So this time around, I don't think he's going to get a victory based on the fact that Chelsea can't afford to drop any more points right now. And I think Chelsea will, especially with Lukaku being back, will put away some of those chances that we will create. So I'm going 3-0. Huh?
You said especially with Lukaku being back, that's the ammo.
You always say Lukaku don't play good in big games. This is not a big game. So
Uh,
3-0 Chelsea.
This is his
three
sort of
nil.
position doing the Kims.
When the other day Lukaku come on, Lukaku look very rusty to me.
Yeah,
So
obviously,
let's let's see if the rust can come off. But Watford have an interesting 2 games coming up. Chelsea, and I believe the next one is
City.
who? Man City. So, and they're just
And
above.
they're at home for both of them.
Yeah, that no matter. And they're just above relegation right now. They're 3 points ahead of Norwich. That looks sticky. But I think Chelsea will win this game. Um, you know, as the Chelsea fans have been doing, kicking themselves for not getting 3 points against Manchester United. I'm sure the players are unhappy as well. So they'll probably come and try to take out their frustration and pour it to Watford, who don't have that sturdy defense like the Manchester United to block out all those 15, 16, 20 shots I hear that was on target. So I'm going
No, one
Chelsea.
target, no shots.
I'm, go- I'm going Chelsea. I'm going to go to a 4 nil victory for Chelsea. 4-0.
And surprisingly, they said that Chelsea has won the last four meetings between these two teams. The last time that Watford got a result against Chelsea was at their home, and it was a 4-1 victory. So Can they do it tomorrow? Hmm. Not happening this time around.
Mm.
But next up, we're going to move on. I think Chelsea will win that one as well. But next on the card, we'll see West Ham taking on Brighton. West Ham are on a little rut. They have lost 2 in a row. Brighton, on the other hand, they need some victory. They need it, especially with the fans starting to boo the team and all of that. That should probably be a wake up call for these players that hey, we need to finish our chances and all of that. But we look at West Ham, even though they have been beaten their last 2 games, in which I believe they got a 1-0 loss to Wolves at Wolves home, and then it was Man City who beat them by 2 goals to 1. So the last one can probably give it a yeah, it was Man City. But West Ham at home now. How you see this one going this time, Kems?
Um, I think West Ham is going to win this game. Um, you know, you guys tell me about the Brighton coach. He is good, and yes, he is good, but he doesn't have any ambition. He's saying that, oh, the Brighton, he's basically saying, I'm paraphrasing, saying that the Brighton fans should be happy where the team is at because they're not used to anything like this. This is absolute rubbish. I don't want my coach coming out and saying, you know, such nauseating bull crap, right? But West Ham is on a downward spiral, but they're welcoming Brighton, and we know Marpe is going to start, so we know Marpe will definitely miss 2, 3, 4 goals. So West Ham can just book that in. I think Antonio, I think Rice, I think these players Bowen, I think these players will just find a way, find a way to win. They just have to be disciplined when they're not in possession. Be able to be disciplined, stay behind the ball. Antonio will get chances. Playing against Brighton, you will get chances. It's just you just have to go ahead and take them. We saw what Aston Villa did to them. So you can use, because it's a copycat league. So you watch the Aston Villa tape, use the same Aston Villa formula, and beat Brighton because Brighton is not going to threaten you from goal. They'll threaten you with a pretty football, but we have to watch out for that guy Lamptey. We have to watch out for him because he is that X factor. He is what Saint Maximum wish he could be. That is what he wish. So we have to watch out for Lamptey. But I think that West Ham has too much quality. I think that they have you know, been down for too long, and I think this is the game that they come alive and win.
Ryan, go ahead.
You remember back in the days when you had a football training and you play attack versus defense, and then when you reach up for the goal, you turn back and start an next attack and so forth. That is Brighton. They create chances, and it's like them just say, all right, we just want to create some chance and see how good we are at creating chances. They are not, for some reason, not for some reason. The obvious reason is that they don't have finishers. So until they can learn how to finish their chances, then there will just be a team with a high XG of chance creation and not converting the chances. I see this to be an interesting game where both teams will create some chances, and I also expect some of them to be finished based on the amount of chances that will be created. Both teams need a win. Both teams, a draw is not good for them right now. And based on the fact that both teams will be going for the win, I am going to expect goals and I'm going for 12.
Okay. Before I actually let you talk right now, I was about to say something, but I forgot. But now I remember. You know what's impressed as well at right back? It's that youngster from West Ham, Ben Johnson. He has played good so far this season, and he just came in at the right time when Vladimir Kufal went down. So
What happened in England in the late 90s, early 2000s with the women them?
go again.
No, I'm just what happened in England in the late 90s, early 2000s with the women. Them just start have kids and all of them just turn right back. It's like them. They say, boy, we can't make the Gary Neville situation reach how him play 88 games for England. We need to create some right back.
But yeah, because if you look right across the board, you know, so England are blessed with a lot of right back. Because all right, you have this youth Ben Johnson that can't get in the team any at all. Then you have Lamptey, who cannot get in the team either. Then you have Max Aarons, who cannot get in the team either. So if you look right down the pecking order,
I had Matty Cash who have different name now.
change his name.
Yeah, he's in Poland, so he's not
Yeah,
Matty Cash.
I know it's Polish now, but
Yeah, you know, you're going to have the conversion.
we'll see. But here's Ricardo Robinson saying that interested to see Chelsea concede first to see how they respond. What do you say to that, Ryan?
I don't think if Chelsea concede, they will panic because against Man U, they clearly did not panic. When they conceded, they just went about the game because I know that the chances will come. So I didn't see any. I was looking for it when they concede to see how we'd respond because it was the second half of the game. And I was wondering if I was going out there and chase it. But it's like they say, okay, we have 40 minutes left. We're going to create some chances and we're going to hopefully we can put away 2 or 3. So I did not see any form of panic against Manchester United. So if we concede against Watford, I don't expect us to panic, especially if we don't concede. If we don't go behind with little bit of time left to play. So I wouldn't expect us to panic.
Okay. Yes, Joseph saying that Brighton fans are the biggest clowns ever. They have no reason to boo their side. They dominated that game against Leeds. Just unfortunate not to get the win. Kems, how do you respond to that?
Who said that?
Joseph.
I think the booing was unwarranted, but I understand where they're coming from. And I also understand where the coach is coming from. Because if I was the coach, I'd tell them, say, when is a no-name side, we just come from where this are the town. Basically, that's what. No, you can disagree, Ken. You disagree last night. I mean, I said nothing about it. You disagreed a while ago. I mean, I said nothing about it until now.
No, but then you cannot say, okay, all right, make a reason, right? Make a reason.
No, I understand where the fans are coming from. Them disgruntled that the people them not put away the chances.
I'm talking about you. No, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about what you say about the coach. Like you can't, the coach can't say, oh, it's a no-name side, so nobody never know you before. Like that is such a. It's like I don't understand how that can make any sense at all to anybody. If them hire a coach, obviously they're hiring a coach for up the standards at the club.
And he has done that. And he has done exactly that. Okay. Which is why which is exactly why he reserved the right to say them need a history lesson.
Yeah, but then again, if you up the standards at the club, that doesn't mean that because you up the standards, so not because you move from, let's say, if you move me from 17th now to 9th, that don't mean say just because of that we should be okay with where we are. Similar to, and I'm going to go back.
So where should they be then? So where should they be?
Where should they be?
Yeah, they are in 8 or 9 now. What are the expectations? What are Brighton fans' expectations?
Well, I'm not a Brighton fan, so you can't ask me that. But
you're defending them. So I'm asking. So clearly, they must have high expectations.
All right. So then again, it's not the expectation is not the reason why they're booing. It's how the football is being played. It's the type of chances
I don't think they mind the football play. I think they mind the conversion.
I think it's the result. The result is a problem. It's not how they're playing because they have still been playing attractive, but as Robert is saying here, this is the reason why. He's saying that a long time Brent don't win a game. So they're just frustrated, in my opinion.
And the thing is, Levon, is not that they're being outplayed why them not win. That's the thing. They are dominating these games, but they can't score. And I like say, them get some chance where you say, boy, the chance here 50-50. Like it's 95-5, and them still not score. Like you must expect the fans them to be disgruntled. Like it's
we have more
Ryan, you still sitting Ryan. Ryan, but you said it, you said that Brighton is the type of team where they start to attack, then they kick the ball way back down the defense, start to over attack again instead of just go for the killer. That's how Brighton play. Because you know, I like Trossard as a player, but Trossard is one of those main culprits in this team because regularly this man should just go for the shot, and instead of that, the man take.
Like beat people, him coming like Loftus-Cheek for Chelsea, just like Beatman.
I can understand the fans' frustration though, but next on the card we'll see the Merseyside derby between Everton and Liverpool. No, Everton is out of sorts, totally. And as I captioned the video, Merseyside derby losing its meaning. Who wants to take on that first?
I'll
I
talk really quickly.
okay,
Oh,
go ahead.
sorry. Yeah, I'll just talk really quickly. There is no since obviously since Liverpool has you know rise and they're at the top right now, and Everton does seem to be going in the opposite direction. But again, a derby is a derby, and no matter how bad a team is playing, when it's derby game, they find something, something to motivate them. And I think this derby is even more important because now Rafa is in charge over Everton, you know. However, it all depends on the injuries, because I think Richarlison will be back, but I don't know about Calvert-Lewin. Someone said that he should be back for this game. But if Everton is supposed to even pose a challenge, Calvert-Lewin needs to be there, because they've been doing this Randon thing for way too long. And if Randon try to go up against Van Dijk and that Liverpool defense, they'll just laugh at him because, he has only team have a big body, but, he has no kind of skill or anything at all. I think Liverpool will run away with this game, because we can look on Everton side and say, well, they'll step up to the plate because the derby, same thing for Liverpool. I think, Liverpool is saying, Rafa is quote unquote betraying. He should have never went to Everton. He could have got to any other team in the league, but not Everton or Manchester United, and he chose to go to Everton. So I think this will be a thrashing for Everton. And I think you'll start hearing about the sacking for Rafa after this. So I think it would be, I'll say Liverpool 5, Everton 0.
Wow.
I see Watford give them
Everton, how much?
4, Everton not score. Everton 0.
Okay.
But surprisingly, before I let you go ahead, Ryan, there's Dima saying that the Merseyside derby will never lose its meaning. The man they always want to fight. We haven't won there since 2016. Now go ahead, Ryan.
I was gonna say, what meaning is it losing? But as much as Everton don't lose at home that much, they generally lose away to Liverpool. They normally don't lose at home, but they don't really beat Liverpool as much either. So Liverpool, it's still lopsided in Liverpool's favor, the win ratio. So I don't see that changing. And as much as Liverpool has not won there since 2016, I'm going to give this one to Liverpool based on the fact that Everton is in disarray right now. They have their best players injured. And even if they are coming back, they are going to be rusty. So I don't really see Everton getting much out of this game. So I'm going to be a little bit more charitable. Not much more charitable than Kems, but just a little bit. So I'm going for love Liverpool.
Okay. And now, welcome to the show. The man who has been out in the dungeon, Statsman Dave's son, Mr. Jason Curley. Welcome, boss man. Oh, God.
You mute, bossy.
Too long the man that come for the show, the man not even used to the show again.
You
All
hear
right,
me?
Jason, go ahead.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, so Merseyside derby we are now. Um, for me, I disagree with Demo because this has lost its meaning. Merseyside derby, Everton has never really had the best record when it comes to playing Liverpool. From ever since, if you even start from the PL era. And with the whole issue with our surrounding Everton right now, and the trouble that Benitez is in, the injury issues, and the form that Liverpool is in, this match tomorrow can only go one way, and that is a Liverpool win. So I agree that we're looking at a 3 or 4-0 blanking. You just can't go any other way right now.
Okay. All right. Next up tomorrow, we'll see Kems versus Pep. So that's Aston Villa taking on Man City. How you see this one going? Your boy Gerrard on a 2-match winning streak. Do you think that will continue, or this is where the going will start get tough for him?
Um, this is definitely a tough game. And Man City has been hitting that heights. I think Dima was the one who mentioned it that, don't worry when Man City lose to Crystal Palace because they can go 12, 13, 14 games win streak. And Gerrard win 2 games, but all managers, all good things have to come to an end sometime. And I believe this is the time it will come to an end. Obviously, we know Aston Villa are going to try and be very disciplined defensively. But I think Manchester City will have the key, to open that lock, and it's going to be pass run, pass run, pass run, donkey, until Man City finally break it home. So I'm going to give Aston Villa some respect. So I'm going to go 2-0. I'm going to go 2-0. 2-0 Man City.
Okay. Jason, what sort of scoreline are you seeing in this one?
I actually think Villa will score. I think they've shown enough about them under Gerrard to cause Man City issues, but I think Man City's talent will prove telling in this game. So it will be about a 2-1 scoreline in City's favor. I agree with James that the possession game might just get to Aston Villa too much and they're going to fold, but it's going to be a tight affair. So 2-1 in Man City favor.
Okay. And Ryan?
I'm going to go with Jason's scoreline as well, based on the fact that Villa will be at home. They will put up a good fight. I think it's going to be similar to like the West Ham Man City situation, in where they play a good team who will come out at them and try to play football. But Gerrard will put up a good fight against Pep. But Gerrard will lose against Pep in the end. So I'm going for City to edge it, and it's basically the two Jamaican brethren, never going to play against each other tomorrow. So if we never notice.
Yeah, man.
So that's
Are we sure? Are we sure the Aston Villa Virgin will get some game time?
More than likely. More than likely.
Kev, nobody's going to get some game time, man. Why
one who may not get any game time is Sterling. If anybody not getting a game time,
you must not have been watching Sterling lately.
Yeah, see, missed some chances.
I want to the ones that will score. Is Leon Bailey getting any chances? Is he making any chances?
Yeah, hopefully two of them play against each other. That would be fun. But yeah, I expect a very good game. I want to see Gerrard versus Pep to see how good Gerrard can match up against Pep. So yeah, I am going with, as I said, a 2-1 for Pep.
All right, and here's Jose saying that the marriage between Benitez and Everton is an accident that's going to happen. The players are not just stepping up, just enjoying huge wages. Liverpool to win 3-0. The derby has watered down. I agree. And I said Robert saying that he expect them to win by what? 3-1, I think. I think yeah. So City will win 3-1 in that game, and then I see someone else made a prediction. Adrian Nichols is saying that 4-1 to City. Now we're going to look forward to the games that will take place on Thursday. So first up, Tottenham will take on Brentford. Tottenham were hoping to play against Burnley on the weekend, but because of the snow, that game had to be postponed. Now they got more time to actually train, and I don't know if that has helped them out any at all, but tomorrow we'll tell. And Brentford were on a rut. They got a victory, so that's good for them now. Jason, when I look at this one, where do you see this one going?
And I'm just ready for advice and them get more time after the postponement, yes, but guess what? Them probably just get more time to make Conte even more frustrated. It was I don't even know. It was devastating to see the admission that he
hold on, Jason, because I have to run short. I have to run shortly, but I need to. I don't like how you phrase this stuff, and I've been wanting to take you on for a very long time. I've never heard you once mention oh, these players frustrate Ole. Oh my God. Oh, I don't know how Ole deal with these players. These players are so frustrating. But all of a sudden, this big coach, this top three coach, this top of the top coach who you wanted at Manchester United, you are telling me that he doesn't even have the goods to get this Tottenham team over the hump? That's what I want to ask you.
Well, first and foremost,
Yeah,
I
the
never
man
said
come out and
that.
say it's not good.
I
The
never,
man,
I never, I
and he's
never
correct.
want. Oh, oh,
Shoot that
well,
shot, Jason.
I mean, for me, I never admitted that Kante is not good enough to get this Tottenham side over the line. Tottenham just doing good. United have a better squad, so this continuous Kante only analogy
Thank
is
you very much.
pointless. Him just a try find everything for child. Look at the work
No,
that
no,
Oli has done. Me
no,
not getting
Jason.
stupid
No,
right now
Jason.
because
What? No, Jason. No, Jason.
yes, sir.
You were, and you can say unfair or fair, however you want to look at it. But
Uh-huh.
I've seen coaches that you like, coaches that you adore, coaches that you show consistent sensationalism for. I, I see a ease up of the criticism. I don't see a look for the stats where you look for Ole. I don't see a get in the intricacies of the coaching. I don't see you do none of that. But as soon as you come to a coach you don't like, you post stats from now till next year. So
So
all
so
I'm
so
asking
so
for, Jason, is just a bit of
so,
consistency. That's all.
so, so hold on, which coach me like now? Tell me now, which coach have I like?
You're like, him there Bayern now, but him there I'm no. Well,
Leipzig, man.
him there
Leipzig.
Bayern. Yeah, him there
Kim just
Leipzig.
say you have to
Love.
leave and when I reach man, you Arsenal yet. More you
All
there for
right.
that. Mm.
All right. Go
So I
ahead.
couldn't
Go
go
on.
straight too much.
All right. We next time we get on it, Jason.
All right, so
Next time.
Jason, tell me the scoreline prediction.
Um, I'm starting to win 2-1.
Okay. Ryan, what say you?
All right. As much as Kante said this side not good, there is quality in the side because when Kante was at Chelsea, he wanted Hurricane over Morata. So he now has the chance to work with Kane, and if he cannot get Kane firing, then it don't make any sense. You better him just leave him on.
Nope.
So based on that, I think he will set up the team enough to get the job done against Brentford. So I'm going 2-0, and I expect Kane to get at least a goal.
Okay. Kems, what say you?
Well, I want to say this coach is a big crybaby. This coach is a big crybaby.
That's
Why would you
always
take
been.
up a
Always.
why would you take up a job? Why would you take up a job knowing the players they want to come out and say, this is Mourinho 2.0, classic Mourinho 2.0. I just think that this coach is just not as good as other persons make him out to be. If you have Hurricane, if you have Son in your team, you have quality there. Other coaches were able to make it work. Why him can't make it work if him so good? With that being said, Tottenham will win this game, and he will jump up crazy like him win the Premier League. You see, everyone celebrating when Tottenham came back 2-1 against Leeds, like, oh, I just won the Champions League, right? So I think Tottenham will win this game 2-1.
Okay. All right. Jason, I'm going to start with you for this final one. Man United against Arsenal. All right. So Jason has jumped out.
It's
So,
Jason gone. All right.
so Kems, I'll start with you. Let's see this one going.
So this game, unfortunately, our new coach has some work permit issues, so Carrick has to be the one in charge. We've seen Carrick; he is undefeated, and you can say small sample size all you want. 2 games, 2 games, 2 wins. I heard that Chelsea's the
No, a win
champions
and a
elect.
draw.
Oh yeah, a win and a draw. I'm sorry. I heard that Chelsea's the
No,
champions
no, that's
elect.
why they call it a win against Chelsea. Me not wrong, yeah.
I heard Chelsea is the champions elect, and we were able to get a point from them at their home. Now we're going to be home against Arsenal. Since Arteta is there, I don't even think we have beaten Arsenal since Arteta is there. Probably Statsman can confirm that when he gets his chance to
Haven't.
talk. Yeah. So I don't think, but I think Michael Carrick, You know what I like with Michael Carrick thus far is his tactics is not all that great, but he's brave. He's not afraid to drop players. Cristiano Ronaldo bench, Bruno bench. You know, Sancho start, Van de Beek start. So you know this is a game I would definitely want Sancho in. I would like Sancho and Rashford running at Mr. Ben White around there, Mr. 50 mil. You know, and we already see what Rashford did to Ben White, you know, when he was in Brighton. You know, we can't forget that one. So, you know, I think Manchester United would win this game, and I think this will be, you know, leading into the new coach because I'm sure the work permit issues will be sorted out by the next game. So I think it's going to be
Don't
a
be sure about
convince.
it.
Uh,
They said,
uh,
they
um,
said, it's, they said there's a possibility that it don't get started out until the middle of December.
Yeah.
okay. Well, as
Because
I
What's
I
holding
what
that up?
what happened was that because he was
He's a German. What is holding that up?
all right. They said that
Isn't he
because
a
he
part of
wasn't
the European Union?
all right. They said that because he wasn't actually coaching. So that's the thing. He was a sports development person.
But
So
him still have him license, so I don't understand.
that's what I want to understand. I just don't get it. But I remember that England doing him there. You know? Remember the
Actually, him
Brexit.
go Russia, don't it?
I feel that's the reason.
All right. So let me just tell my scoreline quickly. I'm going to give it you know, I remember one time we get Arsenal 8-2 and you know, we thump them up. So I think this will be, you know, a very convincing victory. I'm going to go Manchester United 3, Arsenal 0.
Wow.
And yes, CR7 will start, Michelle. That man
I
now
think
get
so
benched
too.
2 games in a row.
I think so too.
Wow.
You
That
don't
man
bench
now
him to
get
bench
benched
him
two.
again.
Yep. Nah, bench him. Curry can have all the BALLS he want to have, but nah, bench him 2 times in a row.
All right. Jason, how you see this one going?
Um, I agree with Kems and Ryan. You can question Ronaldo's record against Chelsea all you want, but when it comes to Arsenal, that's a different kettle of fish, and I don't think Carrick has it in him to bench him 2 games in a row. So, you are correct. United Arteta still hasn't lost to United. I wonder who was the coach during that time. But anyways, for me, I think Arsenal went through like a little purple patch. Starting from September, coming right through. They went on a 10 game until it ended recently. Of course, Liverpool they beat Newcastle, who cannot defend, of course. But I think they're going to go back down to reality now, and United gets their first win against Arteta. So, but it's not going to be we call it a blowout scoreline. It's going to be a tight affair for me. So I'd say 2-1, 3-1 in United's favor. Sancho 2 or 3 games in a row. Let's see.
Okay. Ryan, what say you?
So it's Spanish Michael versus English Michael. Yeah, I remember 3 years ago, or 4 years ago, when both of them took up coaching and became assistant coaches. I said that I think that both of them will make it in coaching. I remember digging up the posts were there when Mike Carrick got that job, and I think it's because of how Carrick played football and how he's not a talkative person, but how he speaks about the game. I kind of like, and people was giving when he was a player and going into coaching, people was saying that he has the intelligence, he understands the game very well. So I think that I think Carrick is a person that should leave Manchester United after Ralph comes in and going to take up a team and coach that team. I don't think he should stay as the
All right,
assistant.
Ryan, like for now, right? When Ralph comes in,
Huh?
I think Ralph can teach him a thing or two that he can take up and actually improve himself. Because remember that there's a lot of people that Ralph brought through, you know. So if
Okay.
Ralph actually is
But
chess
no,
him launch,
why I said that, he was under Mourinho and then he went under Ole. So I think that there will be some regression. So maybe you're correct, Ralph maybe can bring back. But I remember Ole, I think it was Ole was saying that he and Carrick were not always on the same page in terms of tactics. One of them said that I don't remember who. But anyway, I think he has the brain for it. So maybe you're correct in the sense that Ralph can maybe teach him a thing or two, or teach him more than he already knows right now. So yeah, that said, I expect this to be a brilliant, well, not a brilliant game, but a decent game. We're talking about teams that derbies that fall off. This is one of them that fall off because Manchester United versus Arsenal is not Manchester United versus Arsenal of old anymore. They are not teams chasing titles anymore. So yeah, I expect a decent game. Given that Arsenal is on a good run and Manchester United is trying to get back some mojo in the team. So I see this as an exciting 1-1 draw.
Okay, I'm just going to go through another topic quickly before we leave because I saw Michelle mention it in the comment section, and I just want to look at it and get the thoughts of you guys on it. So ESPN kind of did a rating on some players in each position. I'm going to just enlarge it a bit. So for goalkeepers, they said these are the top 10. Are you guys seeing it clearly?
Yeah.
All right, so they have Oblak at number 1, Donnarumma at number 2, Neuer at 3, Courtois at 4, Alisson at 5, Edison 6th, Edouard Mendy 7th, Marc-Andre ter Stegen at 8th, Emiliano Martinez at 9th, and Keylor Navas at 10. Do you guys agree or disagree with how?
Disagree. Oblak can be at 1, but what has Donnarumma done to fly all the way up at 2?
Why is
When
Mendy
fly
down
past
at 7?
Alisson, Edison, Courtois, even Neuer. What Donnarumma has done? Yeah, okay, fine. You win Euros by barely being tested. What have you done for AC Milan? What? He has no reason to be that high.
And
He should be in Mendy's position, and Mendy should also be ahead of him.
You know who else is kind of surprising on the list that they have been out with injury for the longest while, and they're not really in much form. I'm talking about ter Stegen, right? Because
Ter Stegen has been consistent even when Barcelona was falling off. He has been consistent.
Yeah, but remember that he was injured for a good while. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So yeah, but Donnarumma has no reason to fly past Edison, Alisson. Come on. Courtois, what are you doing above those people? Why is Mendy so low? Mendy won Champions League. Mendy, I mean, I hear that it is the biggest club tour and club competition to win. He has won it. Why is he that low?
Okay. So you guys obviously disagree with that. So now I'm going to move on to the right back. So you seen it again? Or you want me to enlarge it a bit more?
Yeah.
Caldimo, please.
So at the top of the list, as you can see, they have Achraf Hakimi. In second place, they have Trent Alexander-Arnold. Third place, they have Joao Cancelo. Fourth, they have Reece James. Fifth, they have Kyle Walker. Sixth, this don't make any sense at all, Jesus Navas. Seventh, Kieran Trippier. 8th, Denzel Dumfries. 9th, Cesar Azpilicueta. And 10th, Benjamin Pavard. People are arguing about this because some people are saying that one, Cancelo shouldn't be rated as a right back since he has been played mostly at left back.
Yeah, but he plays right back for his country, so he's a right back. He's a right back. And regardless of where he plays, he's a right back.
And people are also arguing that Jesus Navas, what is that man doing on this list? Denzel Dumfries, yes, he did well at Euros, and he has since carried the farm to the national side as well, but he has been relatively slowly getting up there. But this list,
can I make an argument for Navas? Navas, since he converted to right back for Sevilla, he has been very consistent. He has even gone back into the Spain team. He went back into the Spain team for a while. So I can make an argument for Navas, but I don't. Can somebody tell me why Hakimi is a number 1?
Yeah. For me, the three right backs.
I don't get that one at all.
They
I want
need
to
to be
be.
over Hakimi. They need to be over Hakimi. I think Trent has been number one to me.
What has Hakimi done that is so great? I'm not saying he should be. I think Hakimi should be in the top 5, but number 1 is a stretch.
I have him
Are
at
you
top 3.
top what 3? I'll argue for him in top 5, but number 1 is a big stretch.
Yeah, that good season for Inter to be fair.
Unless what I really want to find out is that how long have they done this ratings for this voting for? Because if
it's a yearly, it's a calendar year, man. It's not the season. It's a calendar year thing. Just like Ballon d'Or.
Hakimi did well for him, still, you know.
For Inter,
He
yeah.
was integral to Inter winning that title, so a case could be made for him there. So yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. I make a case for him to be in the top 5.
Okay.
Not number 1.
Probably a
and then
stretch.
yeah, Walker definitely has to be in the top 5 because he won trophies with City, and he went to 2 finals that he never won, the Champions League and the Euros.
Maybe
So,
if you look at
yeah,
considering the ratings are for the calendar year, when you look at all of the issues that Liverpool had in defense last season, probably Trent would have been impacted by that.
I get what you're saying. But now we're going to look at the centre backs. And at this time, I disagree with this list totally. First up, yeah, I can go with Diaz.
Please.
I can go with Diaz. Then they have Marquinhos at second, Chiellini at third. Boy, that's crazy.
Italy, man.
Italy. At fourth. At fifth, they have Antonio Rudiger. Sixth, David Alaba. Seventh, Kalidou Koulibaly. And eighth, they have Thiago Silva. Ninth, Leonardo Bonucci. And in 10th, Virgil van Dijk. I can see why they have Van Dijk that lowly because he was out injured for a long while. But I want one of you guys.
So we're Stones. Stones has been.
Hold on a second, man. I just want one of you guys to explain to me how on God's earth does Giorgio Chiellini make it to the top 5?
The same reason why Donnarumma and Jorginho got so much plaudits in my estimation.
Why, this is just crazy.
The two Brazilians would switch, in my opinion. Thiago Silva should be up there for what he has achieved. Everybody did expect him. Nobody really expected him to adjust this well to Chelsea.
I agree with you. Thiago Silva should be way higher. Marquinhos don't deserve to be that high. Alaba barely plays centre back. Rudiger was very bad.
Stick up in there, Ryan.
Until March.
Plays as a centre back. Remember that last season at Bayern, you know? For 95% of the season, he played as a centre back.
He was mostly centre back for Bayern?
Yeah, man. Remember that Alphonso Davies was the one that was playing as a left back.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I thought he was in midfield.
No, man. He played as a centre back.
Oh, maybe I'm mixing it up with Austria. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe I'm mixing up his role with Austria.
Yeah, probably you're doing that. But even not Austria, he plays as a centre back.
Sometimes, but in the Euros he didn't play centre back that much as he played Austria. Austria was mostly midfield, yeah. But that list, I would have most of them there, but the order is just off.
The order is very off.
They have Laporte in it?
Nope.
No.
So no Laporte, no Stones. One of them should be in it.
And Chiellini definitely cannot make that for me. There's no way on earth that Chiellini gets into this team. But give me a second quickly. I'm just going to bring up the left backs.
Euros.
So
I wonder why nobody in the comment asking for Harry Maguire.
So if this is calendar year, why is Shaw so low?
Good question. So I'm just going to name it out. So they have Robertson at number 1, Alfonso Davies at number 2, Theo Hernandez at number 3. I like that player. They have Leonardo Spinazzola at 4, Jordi Alba at 5, Rafael Guerrero at 6, Marcos Alonso at 7, Robin Gosens at 8, Ferland Mendy 9th, and Luke Shaw in 10th. Disagree or agree?
I disagree with the
This is
order.
prob- this is this is probably the better list so far. I think Robertson and Davies and Hernandez
All
are the
right, here's
top
the
three.
thing. Robertson was off for a significant portion of last season as well. So I would put Davies at number 1.
Davies
I
above
would
him.
have Spinazzola maybe 2 or 3. Shaw should be definitely top 5 because the year that Shaw has had before this season,
Mm-hmm.
is top 5 worthy. Theo Hernandez, okay with him where he is. Alba, I can argue for him to be there, maybe 6. That's just the order.
Okay, so is there anyone in this that you'd actually take out to put in anybody else?
Chilwell.
Touch and go.
No, I mean,
Touch and go. Because I remember that Alonso, that's the reason they have Alonso in it, because Alonso played more games than Chilwell. So that could probably be the reason.
Alonso hasn't played more games than Chilwell enough. Alonso started its season.
Yeah.
Before remember I said Chilwell played most of last season. Chilwell had the run to the Champions League and all those things. So Alonso just started the bulk of the first part of the season over Chilwell. So Chilwell definitely should be top 10.
Okay. All right. And now we're going to look at the central midfielders. So at the top of the pile, they have N'Golo Kante. In second place, they have Joshua Kimmich. In third, they have Jorginho. Fourth, they have Nico Barella. Fifth, they have Marco Verratti. Sixth, they have Casemiro. Seventh, they have Pedri. Eighth, Luka Modric. Ninth, Ilkay Gundogan. And 10th, Frenkie de Jong.
No, this is the best list so far.
Would you switch anybody or switch the other?
Yeah, 1 and 2 per. I think Frenkie could be higher, but higher over who?
That is what I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
That you're going to put him higher over who?
No, I think this list is fine as it is.
Yeah, I'm not going to trouble one here. This one hard to switch up.
I see Owen Adlam saying that no way Fabinho not top 10.
All right, so tell me who out and who in. I need to hear from him about that.
All right.
Who out and win?
I see 3 persons basically agree with you guys that this list is okay. So I see Adrian Nicholson saying that is a solid list. Dale Francis saying okay list, and Michelle saying that I agree with this list the most. But Owen, answer to that question. If you're going to put in Fabinho, who are you going to take out? Because I mean, this is a very solid. Let me find the next list. Tom
Kimmich for number 1 next year after Ralph signed him.
You're wild in fam.
Ralph only signed people once in them life. I'm not signing Kimmich again.
And here attacking midfielders, and this one is kind of surprising because I wouldn't have Thomas Souček as an attacking midfielder. I would have him as a central mid.
He's not an attacking midfielder.
Doesn't make any sense. He should have been in that.
I think maybe because him scores so much goal.
Yes,
But he's not an attacking midfielder.
Due to his goal threat.
And here's Owen Adams answering to us and saying that Frenkie wasn't better than Fabinho. But here's the attacking mids, and they're saying that De Bruyne is number 1, Bruno Fernandes is at 2nd, Thomas Muller 3rd, Phil Foden in 4th, Paul Pogba in 5th.
Pogba last?
Paul Pogba 5th, Mason Mount 6th, Bernardo Silva 7th, Lucas Paqueta in 8th, 9th they have Mikkel Damsgaard. I like that little player, man.
I'm gonna fight that.
And Thomas Souček in number 10. No. Go ahead.
Yeah, what has Pogba done to be over Silva, Mount? What has he done? Pogba last? What? Bruno Fernandes?
Why
His
Bruno number
Euros
2?
performance. Euros
Bruno?
performance.
Okay, let us talk
No,
about Euro performance.
Pogba.
Why is Bruno number 2 then? Bruno, I
Maybe,
think it's just the early season stats. Last season stats they're using. So
but
stuff.
Ryan, the thing, you see, even though Bruno hasn't been he has been performing. It just looked like he hasn't been performing. He has been producing the numbers. Even this season, I pointed out that
No,
he's
I know
actually
his numbers hasn't. I know his numbers in terms of chance creation hasn't gone off that much, but
no, but
even
even his
last
product.
season when
What
Bruno.
I'm saying, what I'm saying is that his productivity is still there because he has 20 plus goals and assists this season already, so far.
This season?
Yeah.
Like
Overall,
20, 21, 22?
Yeah, across the Premier League and Champions League.
You're sure about that?
Positive.
Okay.
There's a statsman. Ask a statsman if you don't believe, man. He has
But
20
anyway, even with Bruno's stats last season, I won't have him at number 2. Because apart from what he does, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really. I wouldn't put up Bruno as a number 2. Maybe in the top 5, but number 2.
All right. What do you think about Lucas Paqueta?
I like the fact that they took the risk and put him and Damsgaard there. They look outside the back and put those two there. I like that.
I don't know why about this. So that Damsgaard player, I just like the player, man. He just an all-rounder and he can do everything in. All right, now we're going to look at the wingers. Can tell me if you agree or disagree with
me.
Sadio Mane.
No, somebody say if it was up to me, all Chelsea players will be top 5. That's stupid because I already have some. I have Rudiger is in the top 5. I'm saying shouldn't be there, so that makes no sense.
All right, so here are the wingers. So Sadio Mane is at the top. Then they have Federico Chiesa. In third, they have Raheem Sterling. Fourth, they have Serge Gnabry. In fifth, they have Robbie Rich's favorite footballer, Vinicius Jr. In sixth, they have Lorenzo Insigne. Seventh, Jack Grealish. Eighth, Mikel Oyarzabal, like that player as well. Ninth, they have Riyad Mahrez. And in 10th, they have Angel Di Maria.
All right, stick up in here, right? Mm-hmm. So Mane is listed as what is winger?
Yeah.
But not Salah.
Mm-mm.
No, them class Salah's are forward.
But I think Mane and Salah play the same position. Mane is not a winger. He's not a typical winger. I think he and Salah play.
But I guess them separate them because probably the roles are different. Mane is more what you call
is it much different though?
Much chance creation. Salah is more goal scorer. I don't know. I
think both of them are forwards. I think both are wide forwards.
And I would agree.
I agree with that, Ryan. I think both players are wide forwards.
I would agree with you, but I don't know why they separate them. I don't know.
But in terms of the listing, anybody that you'd actually remove?
I'm looking at Sterling right here, but I think maybe it's the Euro form that pushed Sterling up so high. But Sterling has had a bad 2020-21 season for City. So I still don't put him that high. Gnabry fella. Lorenzo, maybe I'd have Lorenzo Insigne a little bit higher. Mahrez definitely higher. Grealish is okay where he is.
All right, so let me clear this up for Robbie. Robbie, it's not what they have done this season alone. It's across from January comes straight down till now. So don't think it's just this season.
Hey, we're not gonna argue with this. We're just a weird fun. Nothing to Robbie like Vinicius, you mad?
Nothing to him like any Brazilian at all.
Facts.
This man will put Fabinho at number 1. And put.
Ryan, you know that Robbie Rich actually says that when it is a very good footballer. Fred says Manchester United if you look at
of course.
Fred is a very good footballer.
Oh, Fred.
Yeah.
I don't even want to count that right now.
right, so we're going to look at the forwards now.
Now, I disagree with Mitchell that Grealish too high because we're looking at Grealish since he got City. But Grealish before City was very good.
Yeah, so
It's-
again,
it's-
guys,
it's-
it's not what they have done this season alone. It's from January until now.
Is there
Alright.
is there a case for Rafinha? Sorry, was there a case for Rafinha?
Could be considered. Could be.
You know.
But here's the forwards now. And at the top, as you can see, is Lionel Messi. In second, they have Cristiano Ronaldo. Third, Kylian Mbappe. Fourth, they have Mohamed Salah. Fifth, they have Neymar. Don't know why they have him, sorry. Sixth, they have Son Heung-min. Memphis Depay. Eighth, they have Kai Havertz. Surprising.
Surprising.
Ninth, they have Dusan Tadic. And 10th, they have Gerard Moreno. So in terms of Kai Havertz, right, I think it's probably the Champions League that has placed him on time.
Champions League, bro. You can't. Hey,
The Champions League, the one goal.
That's a low. Put him on the list, Ryan. I don't believe. I understand you.
I would struggle to have Kai Havertz in the top 10.
I wouldn't have
You hear
him on
that?
the top.
Who said me only one Chelsea players in the top 5? When you hear that, I would not have Havertz in the top 10. Good. Salah, I would have Salah above Mbappe.
Yeah, I'd put Salah above him.
I would have
Yes.
Son over Neymar. Maybe I'll put
I would
Depay
have
right
Memphis
now over Neymar.
over Neymar as well. Yeah.
Me too, I put Depay over Neymar because Depay
Push.
is carrying
I'm going to be
Barcelona.
I'm going to be
Depay
honest,
is
I'm going to
carrying the
push
Dutch
Tadic
team.
as well.
Huh?
I'm going to push Tadic up that list as well.
Matter of fact, I'm going to put Depay over Son and Neymar.
But you know what? You know why I'm going to have Tadic up there as well? If you look at Tadic numbers last season in the boss, not last season,
No
from
man,
January.
Tadic has been a baller.
Yeah. So I'd have him up there too. And Gerard Moreno has done very well as well.
Very well. I'm not taking out Moreno.
I'm not taking
The
him
only
off.
person I would take out is Havertz.
Yeah. And I wouldn't have Neymar, so Neymar can't be this.
Neymar need to be about 9th or someone.
I agree. I probably have the list totally. Robbie Rich and to the others in the comment section. This is not the strikers. This is forward. They separate
Forward.
it's a different category. So
Oh, he might call for Benzema. Hey, Brazil and Madrid.
and here goes the striker, the central forward listing. At the top, no argument can be made against this.
No, I'll give
Robert
it this.
Lewandowski. In second, Erling Haaland. Again, no argument can really be made against that. He has produced the goods this from January come right down. Karim Benzema is in third. Again, deservedly. In fourth, they have
Big Rom.
in fifth.
I think the top 5 is perfect.
Yeah. In sixth, Luis Suarez. In seventh, Lautaro Martinez. In eighth, Ciro Immobile. In ninth, Alexander Isak. And in 10th, Zlatan. So I believe in regards to Suarez, winning that La Liga with Atletico alone placed him on the list. For
Yeah,
Lautaro as well, that partnership between Lautaro and his name, Lukaku.
Lukaku. I don't disagree with the top 10 as I agree with the top 5. If I'm going to make any change, maybe 1 or 2 out of the top 10, but other than that, it's a good list for me.
I agree.
Lewandowski should have been 1, 2, and 3 by himself. But
Maybe I'll look at Zlatan. I'm not sure Zlatan being at top 10.
Yeah, that's the only one that I'll probably remove off the list.
No.
But probably
Immobile barely hang on. Immobile
no, guess what though, Ryan?
barely hanging on.
No, listen what they're doing. You know that Zlatan was one of the main reason why AC Milan finished so highly in Champions League. And remember, not Champions League, I mean in the top 3. I remember he's the one that brought them back to Champions League. So probably
And Immobile was very good for everybody else except Italy.
Yeah.
For me, probably if it wasn't for the signing of Ronaldo and his injury issues, Cavani would have made this list.
Maybe. maybe, maybe not. But it's hard to disagree with this listing. If anybody disagree, let us know in the comment
No,
section.
man,
But
not this year. All right.
I like,
I will try this list.
I like it. That is the one that I'd look at, Pepe Paul. But probably they are factoring that he has done most of his work this season. So probably I'd have Victor Osimhen over Zlatan.
Yeah, Victor Osimhen.
Yeah, because guess what? Osimhen has also been producing for country as well. So probably
Yeah.
it's a touch and go situation with him as well. So I wouldn't really disagree with the listing, but case can be made for a one or two player. But this, and I believe which one, the central midfielder listing, those were the two best out of the
Yeah,
lot
the
for me.
central on this one is the best list.
Yeah.
Like somebody with sense work on them list here. The right back list, somebody just throw some names on the list.
And also another
So
name the other name that I would have over Zlatan is Vlahovic. Vlahovic has been producing the goods. I believe Vlahovic has 29 goals in around 40 odd games this calendar year.
I just realized that it's Rabbit just said.
Yeah, man.
Vlahovic
Vlahovic, an argument could be made for Vlahovic.
But apparently Benzema should be of Haaland as well.
Benzema must be over everybody. Remember that once you play for Real Madrid or Brazil, you're better than everything else, you know. But I reach the point of the show where I'm just going to guys to talk about whatever you want to talk about. So Jason, go ahead and talk about whatever.
Right, bro?
Yeah, man, you're a minute. Just go ahead and talk about anything that you want to.
Well, I guess the big thing from me is that with the whole results yesterday, with the whole Ballon d'Or and Lewandowski snubbing, I think if you look at it in reality, it would be kind of hard to deny Messi the Ballon d'Or, considering the season that he had in a struggling Barcelona team, as well as winning that big trophy that eluded him so much with Argentina. So it's not so much of a robbery as in my estimation, or people making it out to think. Because in my estimation, I think it is probably hypocritical if you're going to say that Lewandowski should be up there because of the goals them score, but Ryan earlier discredited Bruno for his statistics, regardless of performances. So
no, I don't look at stats alone. Sorry for interrupting you. I'm not just looking at the stats alone. No, I'm not just looking at the stats alone. I'm looking. I said
no, not well,
outside.
Not you.
I said outside of that.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, she's a Ryan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was saying that outside of the stats, Bruno has been ordinary.
Well, that is something that Lavan and I have spoke about in depth a lot. That Bruno could raise his overall performances. It's like if he doesn't have a goal involvement, for the most part, he does have his games, of course. There's been a lot of games where chance creation has been paramount, but we haven't seen enough of that. So I agree with the way that is concerned. But for me, I think that is my take on the whole Ballon d'Or Lewandowski Messi issue.
Okay, Ryan, go ahead. You're a minute.
Yeah, last night we all laughed for a very semi-promo that how he reached the West Indies team, and the man just shut up the whole panel.
5-4.
Yeah, and I was mocking his action, bowling action, all them something there, and the man just lock way off.
Yo, he got some turn in a bus.
Yeah, I need to look at the highlights. Hopefully, I should not be here hoping that West Indies do anything other than draw, but somehow we're going to hope we can carry this momentum back through this day. I don't know why I said that, because why it's West Indies. But anyway, we could see what happened, because West Indies is a team that will get bowled out for 150 or even follow on. Chase with the 209. So anyway, but yeah, good performance last night. They did well. Hopefully tomorrow Chelsea can also get the job done. We need this win because the other guys around us go and get results. I don't see either of them dropping points, so we have to get that win tomorrow. The Ballon d'Or thing, we deal with that yesterday. I'm not even going to touch it again because my position remains. And I see a lot of other pundits are on the same page as I am. So I know I'm the only idiot in the world. And yeah, so what else do I have to talk about? No, tennis not play right now, no. I don't see anything going on right now, read tennis, so
No, but Ryan, out of you and your rivals, at Chelsea have the easiest match, to be fair.
yeah,
Liverpool have the
arguably.
Everton.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who playing what? No
And
man,
so it's
Liverpool
Everton against Liverpool and Aston Villa
Playing
against
Villa.
City.
Liverpool have the easiest
Liverpool
match.
playing Everton. Who?
Yeah, but yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. And say thanks to everyone that has tuned in to the show tonight. Thanks to everyone behind the screen that don't comment. Thanks to all those who comment. Thanks to Kems who was here earlier on. Thanks to Ryan. Thanks to Jason for passing through. And thanks to our producer Josh Collins makes this possible. Until next time.
And stick up in as well. Just a quick 10 seconds. Big for all of the basketball fans. Big match tonight at 10 o'clock. Golden State and Phoenix. I shall be tuning in.
One nation.
Two.
One nation and a dub
Yes,
nation.
sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right. Big up on yourself, people. Until tomorrow. Stay safe. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your night.